Thank you, Worry. It's mostly this filter, but if you see me on YouTube, you can see the regular thing. Guys on Instagram, hey, good night, Instagram. I'm over on YouTube, Psychic Zaya, and I'm doing What Are Your Life Blocks? Uncovering Your Life Blocks. $25. So come over to YouTube. I'm sorry to do that to y'all. My sound is off. Okay. Huh. Is my sound on now, Instagram? Is my sound on now? Can you guys hear me? Why is it doing that? That's interesting. Thank you, Freedom and Wildflowers. Can you guys let me know on Instagram if you can hear me? I'm just waiting on. Oh, it's on. Okay. So I'm over on YouTube doing what are my life blocks readings. Worry, that might be you because someone said that they can hear the sound. I wonder where. Oh, hey Z. Okay, I was just about to say, where are you? Hey, just waiting for the room to warm up. Okay. All right, there you go, Worry. If you guys are over on Instagram, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube and come get your reading. It's what life blocks. What is blocking my life? Psychic Zaya over on YouTube. Thank you, Worry. It's definitely well, I mean, it's looking good on YouTube as well. This filter has like this orange thing going on, so it helps to like, I don't know, I guess my skin likes the orange. Sorry. Come on over to YouTube, guys. If you're on Instagram, I'm YouTube Psychic Zaya. You don't have to subscribe. Hey, Toria. Come on over there. I just, when I have these big specialized readings, I prefer to do them on YouTube so I can have the replay up forever and ever. I try not to have my Instagram stream be so crowded. And I just opened up my Instagram page. Hi, Brown Sugar 305. What's up, girl? How are you? Are you still in Miami? Are you still in Florida? Oh, it's always a pleasure to hear from you guys on Instagram. I'm over on YouTube. Live reads on YouTube. YouTube. Psychic. Okay. Hello. If you know you'd like a reading, again, we're going to be talking about life blocks tonight. What are some blocks? Money blocks, love blocks, spiritual blocks, mental blocks. It's $25 per area of life that you have. So you can ask, yes, I'm still in Miami. Okay, wonderful. Hey, Okemia, what's up, mama?
So if you know that you feel like there's certain parts of your life that you're stuck, I want to ask your angels, your ancestors, and your spirit, and my spirit team, what's blocking you? And is there a way that you can get unstuck? Okay, so that's what we're doing tonight. If you would like a reading to participate, please come over to YouTube at Psychic Zaya to get a reading. Everybody's coming in on Instagram, Lord. On YouTube, you guys can book your reading at askzaya.com. And let's get it started. I don't want to sit here for hours, and I want to be able to like knock these out. So if you know what you want, Coco, come over to YouTube if you want to find out about your blocks. So I'm reading over. I go on live on Instagram because I have so much of an audience over there. But it's just to get you guys to come to YouTube. When I do these specialized readings, I like to have them on YouTube just because I get to save them and have the replays. I try not to save the Instagram ones as they're just pop-ups. So we're going to be talking about your blocks tonight. What's blocking you? I'm also doing 60% off my Money Magic course. It's real cool. It's real quick. I teach you how to do a money jar, a money altar, and work with a money candle, write a money petition. I remember when I first started doing Money Magic consistently back in 2020, and I was in LA at the time. That year, my business, I was the first year I hit 6 figures in my business. And I know those rituals made a difference because I had hit numbers that I had never, ever, ever hit before. And right now, with everything happening with the economy, you guys should definitely be doing money rituals. So normally the course is 3 classes. It's about 45 minutes long altogether. It's broken down to 3 classes. And normally it's 135 at 60% off is $52. So you want to grab that at askzaya.com. Hey, Kristen. Okay, Carl Randall Jr., hopefully you are on YouTube. If you guys want to find out about your life blocks, $25 per block, come on over to YouTube. And let's talk about getting unblocked. Zakia, what is the new adult books I recommend? Z, just copy this down. I should have said this to you earlier. Books I recommend, Attachment Styles by Amir Levine. I'm kind of shortening the titles. The Empath Survival Guide. So when you guys come over here, I'm going to be giving books to people that can help you guys break out of these blocks. Carl Randall Jr., I hope once you pay, guys, come on over to YouTube and just say paid. Hey, Asia, what's up, girl? Your name, and then ask me what area of life you want me to look for a block, or just whatever your question is. Hey, Asia, come on in. Okay, Love Okemia. What did you pay? What name did you pay under my dark? You paid under the Okemia? Okay, I see it. Oh, I see. They're not. Why is it not? It's just okay. So I see Carl, Okemia, and Lakaya. I see Carl, Leukemia, and Okaya. So when you do, I see Lakaya, Okemia, and Carl. Okay. Frequency, you're Carl Randall? Okay, Frequency, come on over. See, I don't want to tell you guys like it's on YouTube, block, career. Okay, great. Got it, Leukemia. Let's go. So part of it, okay, so leukemia is not so much a block that you're having as it is that you're having an imbalance. So part of it, this is for leukemia. Part of it with your career is that you have one career, the nursing, right? And it's done well for you. You get very comfortable. You're like, this is good enough. And even though you want to do those other things expanded into the health space, I see where it's just challenging you because by the time you're done doing all the work for your one job, it just takes so much energy out of you to move into the other space to get certified and start that career. So what I'm going to tell you, Kimia, to help you jump to get through that imbalance, you need a coach. You're going to need a coach. You're going to need a coach. So you need to get a career coach, an entrepreneurial coach, someone that, and someone maybe who specializes in the business that you're trying to open up, the doula, who can help you get there. So it's not a block. The other thing too, I'm going to tell you, Kimia, start listening to money meditations. Money meditations. Just listen to a bunch of money meditations all day, every day, like a ton of meditations. to bring up your money frequency. And I would even tell you to get my money magic course at axziah.com. Okay. But you guys can just look for money meditations on YouTube and just listen to them while you're sleeping. This really does clear the energy around the home. Okay. All right. Kaya, Randall, and it was someone else. Lakaya, I don't know if you paid for more than one. Okay, so that's it. Okimi, actually, I see you moving into the doula thing right about now, this time next year. You look like you actually take a break from nursing, Okimi. I don't know why. I don't know if something just happens, but you seem like you take a break. Yes, I accept Zelle. Okay, guys, if you're coming on Instagram, please, yes, I accept Zelle. Just come over to YouTube. Okay, Kaya, go for it. What's your 2 questions, my darling? You can say block and then the area, whatever you want to do. Only thing I hate about YouTube is that it's so slow with the comments. Kai, go ahead and drop what area? Okay, Zelle is. Once you've paid on Zelle, you guys got to let me know because I don't get notified about Zelle. Okay, so we got to do the trust system. Okay. Sky Marshall, are you natural? I think you're the same, right? Again, guys, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. YouTube Psychic Zaya. Money block. What small business could I start that will be lucrative? Okay, got you. Look, Kaya. So Kaya, some of it with money blocks, you do need to do rituals. I definitely suggest getting my money magic course, or if I've given you rituals before in the past. The reason why you have to get rituals, Kaya, is because you're kind of surrounded by people who have a poverty mindset. You know what I'm talking about. And because you're not living in your own space, their energy is more dominant than yours. So you have to push back. You should keep a money candle lit on a consistent basis. And I mean, like keep one going back to back to back, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day. This is for Kaya. Okay. Give me a minute, Asia. Let me think about that. Okay. So Kaya, you need to do that. Okay. The other thing that you have, Kaya, is that you're going to be someone that needs to listen to like money mindset meditations, money mindset coaching, money mindset videos, right? Money, just look on there. What was that preacher from back in the day? Anybody remember the name? The black preacher back in the day who preached prosperity. He was a black preacher that preached prosperity. I wish I remembered his name. Creflo? No, it wasn't Creflo Dollar, but he was all about prosperity. If somebody can remember that guy's name for me, please send it to me. Okay, Reverend Ike. There you go, Frequency. Thank you. Reverend Ike. I love me some Reverend Ike. At one point, I had him on my vision board. So Kaya, that he was way before your time, because I think you're still in your 20s. He was like a really famous preacher talking about prosperity, the first of his kind in modern times, as far as I know, like in the 80s. You need to sit and listen to all his stuff, read, think, and grow rich. So what I'm talking about, Kaya, is shifting yourself into a financial money wealth building mindset. Just basically brainwashing yourself to think a certain way. Okay. I don't know why I feel out of breath today. I came in here with all this. Oh, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. I have so much. Okay. So the second one is, what small business could I start that'd be lucrative? Kai, you could do ATM machines. You could do ATM machines, or you could do digital products, or like digital, and there could be videos showing girls how to take care of their skin or certain things. But I see you doing well with ATM machines as well as selling digital products on something you know and something you do well. Okay. Okay, frequency. You're Carl Randall, right? What was your what question do you have around what block? So that's what I see, Kai. You can do digital products around something you know, or just something else you want to sell. And it could just be journals. Thank you, frequency. If you paid by Zelle, just let me know. Again, I'm answering the questions over on YouTube. Okay, for those of you on IG. Okay, so frequency wants to block around your business. Asia, sure, you can do a soulmate. Asia, you can. It's 65. So Asia, just send that to me via Cash App if that's okay. Can you do that? Or Zelle. This is for Asia. You can. It's fine. And just make sure you tell me the name of the person or their first initial or something like that. Kaya, ATM machines, the cash machines, ATM machines. Yes, ATM machine. That's correct. You can sublease them and then put them in different places. You can look that up. That's a thing. I'm also getting ads for something called charging stations, where they're basically like these boxes where people can go and charge their phone in the club or different places for like $5 for like a 10-minute charge. Okay, I don't have a person. Okay, that's fine, Asia. That's fine. Once you send it, just let me know. Okay, let me know where you're sending it, Asia. That's fine. We can look at it. Okay, money sent. Sky Marshall. Okay, Sky. And what's your name? Sky, tell me your name. Okay, so let's go into frequency. Frequency. What kind of business do you have? Sky, did you send it via Zelle or where did you send it, my darling? I have a wellness business teaching yoga, sound healing. Oh, that's right. I remember you, frequency. Oh my God, I really love it. So I love what you do, especially as a young Black man. I think that's so dope. So let's see, what is your block? So frequency, there's a few things I'm getting for you. Get ready to write, okay? This will be replayed. That's why I do it on YouTube. So frequency, you need to look at merchandising and really going after that Black man or young man of color or young men or men who are expanding their consciousness. But you really do, talking to the men is wonderful. And so meaning like yoga mats for the men with, maybe having somebody illustrate like a brother on a mat. I don't think I've ever seen a Black man on a yoga mat. That'd be dope. T-shirts, phrases, caps. Also frequency, you need to start, if you haven't already, like a membership where they can gather online, right? Like a Patreon, and where they can talk to one another. You can lead them in like small group circles, sound healing, but where brothers can rap, and then you can have, I know you do all men's events. I know who you are. Yeah, I know who you are. You can sit and you can rap and talk, and you can have different specialists come talk to them. So you could be like, you could have me, you could be like, Zaya, you want to come through? Maybe you can pay or not pay people depending on how you want to partner with them. Come read for my group, or you can have different wellness people, but you have this membership, because what I find is, especially men, and especially men of color, Black men, they don't have enough safe spaces to go and gather and talk about things that are a little bit different from manly topics, sports and women. You know what I mean? So you need to create reoccurring revenue for yourself. So it's not always you showing up and teaching a yoga class, because the men are coming not just via for the okay, Sky. they're not just coming for the yoga and the expansion and the healing, they're also coming for the community because they're trying to find men. So one, starting a Patreon weekly, you get on a Zoom with them, you lead them through a sound healing, you talk about different things, you ask them what's on their mind, you allow them to talk to one another. You should also do those meetups in person in different cities. The other thing you need to do is start doing retreats. Go pop into Mexico, pop into Miami, right? Start doing retreats. And when you do those weekly gatherings with them, have different specialists come in to talk to them or lead them through some meditation or some experience. And then merchandise, t-shirts, yoga mats, water bottles, your own sound bowl set. So it's not that you're blocked, it's just that your business model is ready to expand. I would not go out, and I'm someone that comes from a fashion background. I graduated from FIT, for those don't know. You submit payment over on YouTube, my darling. You want to do print on demand. So that's going to be looking at, I forgot the name of those print on demand services. So you hire somebody off Fiverr, let them do some graphics for you, slap them on some yoga mats, t-shirts. There's print on demand sites. If you DM me on IG, I'll send you the links, but there's a ton of them, and then start selling merchandise. So your goal frequency should be still to be making, let's say, like a minimum of $2K a month on a passive level between the membership and the merchandise. And then you do these classes, and you should do your classes online, offline. And then also think about working with women. There's this one woman, I forgot her name. She does all of these like riding for rookie events where she gets like women out who are like learning how to ride that D and all these things. She's dope. I think she's in Atlanta. She's someone that you could work with, and y'all can have a combined event, right? Or working with someone like stretch coaches. Stretching is becoming a new thing where people are actually hiring and finding stretch coach. I need one. I need a stretch coach. I need to be stretched every which way. Okay. And so working with people in different professional settings who probably need more men to come in, and who can work with that. So Frequency, never heard of her, but that's fine. Yeah, her name is Ride for Rookies. Again, DM me on IG like tomorrow. Just like you said, Ride for Rookies. You mentioned a stretch coach. Working with Reiki healers, working with tarot readers. You know what I mean? Like bringing in people into that network who want to get in front of new audiences. Okay. So you could even do clinics where you do like a 4-week clinic with a specialist who comes in. Like there's this girl, Crystal Yoga Doula. She's a herbalist. She's huge. I mean, she's huge. She has a bunch of products. She has several products for men and their genital health. Someone like her, you could do a clinic with where she comes in person in front of your audience, sells her products and teaches them how to use these things. And it could be a clinic online. It could be a clinic offline. Okay. So Frequency. Yes, I do Reiki also just for myself though, but this is making a lot of sense. Yeah. You need to do remote Reiki. So when you get these guys together in those weekly groups live, you're remote Reiki in them, or you can also send them Reiki once a week at a certain time, full moon, new moon, tell them to submit their name, and you sit and you send their Reiki remotely. We know it works. Okay. We know it works. Okay. Okay, so next I have, I'm excited for you. Okay, Sky, go for your question, my darling. What area do you want to know where you're blocked at? And Eldlin Ozara, come over to YouTube. You're welcome. Come to YouTube, guys, to find out what are your blocks. Money blocks, love blocks, career blocks, energetic blocks, mental blocks. Where do you feel blocked in life, or where do you feel stagnant? Or you can ask Spirit to leave a message for you, and the Spirit will tell you what you need to open up, okay? I think everyone should get my Money Magic course. It's over at axi.com. It is 60% off. So normally it is $135. It is tonight is $52. I teach you how to make a money jar, a money altar, and work with a money candle and a money petition. I used to do money rituals, and that was the first year I ever made 6 figures in my business. Did really well. 2022, in the past 3 years, I've been doing a lot of Dark Night of the Soul, so I'm rearranging my business, bringing numbers back up. But the money rituals made all the difference, and showing up consistently. Those money rituals, because what happens is we want to keep ourselves in a certain frequency, especially living in the matrix, living in the West. There's a lot of things that want to keep us in a frequency of misery and a frequency of lack. And if you already come from a background of lack and misery where that was dominant in your household for whatever reasons, you need to shift the energy, and rituals do that. Working with those candles, having that altar, watering that money tree, saying those petitions. I keep something lit. I keep a candle lit. I keep something going, but I teach you to go further because you have to bring your body into it, chanting into it, movement into it. If you're just joining me on IG, come through. Come through over to YouTube where I am answering what are your blocks. It's $25 per area of life. You can ask me about a block. It could be your business. It could be romance, whatever makes sense for you. Come on over to YouTube, Psychic Zaya. Let me answer because the replay will be on YouTube. I turn on my Instagram because I know I have audience there where I'm just trying to get you guys to come over to YouTube. Hi, Jen Aramas. How are you? You can pay Anxiety.com. It's $25 per area of life that you're interested in being blocked about. Hi, Chavanez. Hi, Dorothy. Oh, Dorothy. Hey. Hi, Chavanez. What's up, you girls? What's up? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Hey, beautifuls. Pay here. Anxiety.com. Come on in and let's see what blocks you got. If you don't feel like you have any blocks, you just want a spirit message around your block, say spirit message. After you pay, put page, your first name, and drop and tell me. And it's not always about a block as it is. You may just feel stuck. Okay. I just use the word block because it's just more impactful when you're seeing it on social. And you guys know I love to give like small business coaching. I'm super, super creative. So that's one of the things about being like a full-blown channel medium is like, you know, I hang out all day with the Most High. We all do, but I like to chat a lot with the Most High. He and she like to chat with me. So I always have ideas. I have more ideas than I can execute, honestly. I'll be like, yeah, take the idea, have fun, take it. Lakaya, if you're still on here, if you DM me or email me, Lakaya, I'll send you the info about the charging machines, but I think it's like a 5G investment per machine. But they place it and moderate it for you. All right, if you want a reading, come on in. Anxiety.com. If you need Zelle or pay or Cash App, let me know. Okay. Sky, did you ask me about your block yet? I saw your payment. No, Sky. What block do you feel you have? What area of life did you want me to look at? Okay. Is there an area that you want, or you just want to hear from Spirit, Sky? Bye, Frequency. Thank you. Okay, Sky said from Spirit. Okay, Sky, that's great. Okay, let's get into it. Sky, okay, that came in immediately, Sky. Edelyn Crystal, come on over to YouTube. If you purchase the reading, come to YouTube. I'm going to read you on YouTube. I can't have two screens and all this stuff going. Come on in, Yvonne. I see you. Nat, if you want, come on over. I just have Instagram up because I know you guys be over there. Okay, Sky, immediately. This is a big one, Sky. So please, the replay will be up after. Please listen to the replay a few times. We're at the count of 29 minutes and 22 seconds for Sky Marshall. Your heart, Sky, your heart is blocked. I see on the front end and the back end. On the back end, behind the heart chakra, it says dad. Front end, it says mom. Sky, if there's been any sort of childhood trauma in your life from your parental figures, caregivers, that has to be addressed this year because you're walking into this space of just really expanding your consciousness quite in a big way. And that could just be a loss of a parent as well. But if there's been any physical or mental, emotional abuse from especially the caregivers in your life, whether it's your biological parents or the caregivers, you need to address that. If you've been struggling to find healthy and balanced love and relationships, even friendships, Sky, where you're always pouring in more, or you're getting people who are not showing up for you or coming in and hurting you, it is because those blocks on that heart chakra. I mean, it is like a steel cage. They're showing me like a steel cage with locks and locks and chains and locks and locks and change. Okay. So Sky, we got to get, okay, Vonnie, got you. We got to get that heart chakra open. One of the things you can do is for heart chakra meditations, you can listen to heart chakra meditations on Meditative Mind on YouTube. This is for Sky. I'm putting you. I got you, Vonnie. The other thing, Sky, you need to do. You're going to have to get therapy. You should look for a trauma-informed therapist who does somatic practices as well as Sky. Sky, you may not even remember you may not even remember some of this stuff. That's what they're just telling me, because I can feel you being, if you're here, I know you said you're at work. But you need to do that, Sky. You need to get a trauma-informed therapist who does somatic practices, heart chakra meditations, and you should start doing some juice fasting. I didn't know it at the time, but the juice fasting really did help me when it came to like healing trauma that I didn't even know I have. When I was in the middle of the juice fast, that's when I remembered everything. Okay, Sky, so let's get that heart chakra unblocked. We're a lot of white, we're a lot of green. It's going to take you a few years to really get it healthy and in a good place, but let's get it there, okay? Okay, Vonnie, we're going to you. Again, you can pay here at axzaya.com. Okay. Oh, Neruda Beer. I haven't seen you in a long time, Neruda. What's going on? It's been a minute. Again, guys, if you want a reading, come to YouTube, Psychic Zaya. We can look and see what blocks you may have going. Zakia, please remind me to hydrate. I'm forgetting as usual. Okay, Yvonne wants to know career blocks. Okay. All right, let me move the energy around a little bit. Okay, Asia, I see your payment. I'm doing Yvonne, and then you'll be next, okay? So, Yvonne, it's funny. You feel like you have these career blocks. So, Yvonne, I'm going to just say what Spirit is telling me. They're saying you really don't have any career blocks, Yvonne. We've talked a lot about why the people at your job are kind of the way they are. It's really about what Spirit is saying, Yvonne, is that you don't really have any career blocks. What you do have is blocks around your dad and your heart and your healing. They're saying your childhood healing, like you're kind of avoiding your shadow wounds. You're not really addressing pain from the past, pain from your childhood, Yvonne. So that's really where your block is. In terms of your career, I'm telling you, you're going to do well. I mean, you'll run into people that are haters. But if you wanted to, I actually see you moving into like a director regional management position role in Texas within 3 years of being there. So in terms of your Western career, your day-to-day career, Yvonne, I don't really see the blocks on that. But I do know that if we carry a lot of childhood shadow wounds that are unaddressed, it can give us kind of a different vibration that doesn't allow us to go as far in life, right? It could be self-confidence issues. It could be that we just have like a gray cloud hanging over our energy, so people don't really see us the way they need to see us. And Yvonne, we talked about this. So I would definitely say for you, this is the year to get into therapy. Oh, there's a woman that's really good. She's a somatic workout the therapist, I guess, and her name is The Workout Witch on YouTube. I would get her hips programs. I need to pop it back open. Her HIPS program, that's to help you. But Yvonne, they really want you to go into work on those childhood wounds. And also, Yvonne, really getting into like the herbalist space, as we have mentioned, or the healing space as a professional, because that's where you're eventually going to go. Okay, Yvonne, so the block isn't career. The block is those shadow wounds. The other thing, Yvonne, is that you have to learn your attachment style. Attached. The new adult attachment. I'm getting the book fucked up, but Yvonne, if you want to increase income, you should definitely get the Money Magic course. I don't know if you bought it or not. You didn't bought it yet or not, but you would do well with that. And it's $52 now. It's already 60% off. It's just three short video lessons. You learn a money jar, a money candle, money petition, money oil, and then you also learn how to make a money altar. Okay, but Yvonne, feel free to ask another question. You can pay for that if you want to. If you feel like you have another block. But that childhood wound is blocking. It's not really blocking the career. It's just blocking the energy. Oh, you bought it, Vonnie. Okay. So really work with it, Vaughn. You got a year to work with it. Start doing it. Start working with it, and ask spirit, like, what else you should add to the jar. What else you should add to your altar, because your spirit team is ready to work with you. Okay. They're really ready to work with you. Okay. All right, Asia, we're going to get into you. Asia, tell me where you're located again, my darling. Okay, great. Okay, Natalie. Okay, Natalie, thank you. Okay, so I have Natalie Finn and Natalie T. Okay, so I got two, Natalie Finn and Natalie T. Asia, we're coming in now with the twin flame for you. Let me get my notebook. Nat Finn and Natalie T. Okay, ladies, got you. Okay, so Nat T was the life blocks, and then Natalie Finn, love blocks. Okay. Natalie, those are two different questions. So you can pay another, Natalie Finn, you can pay another 25 for generational curses in your family, and then the love blocks. So I'm going to go with your Natalie Finn. I'm going to go with your love blocks. And then Natalie T wants to know any life blocks. Is there an area of life that you want me to look at, Natalie? So it's one area of life, 25. So if you can ask about their love life, career, or if you just want a spirit message regarding blocks, that's fine. Okay, Asia, let's get into it for you. So Asia, what we want to know for Asia is, does she have any, what's going on with the twin flame journey for Asia? What does she need to know? What's available to her at this time? All right, guys, give me a minute. This one's a little bit longer. Okay. They're telling me to pull from the past life deck for you, Asia. Okay, so Nat T wants to know what spirit. Okay. Okemia, did you pay for another one? I like bells to clear, especially if you get tired of smoke or you don't have access to smoke, sages, Okay, Asia, let's get into it. Let's open this up with a past life pull first. What do we want to, what does Asia need to know about her soul, twin flame, soulmate journey? Okay, Okemia, go ahead and drop your question, Okemia, or whatever. If you want a spirit message regarding blocks, or if you have another area of block that you want to ask about. Again, guys, it's $25 per area of life for blocks. So 25 for love, 25 for money. I made it really affordable because I wanted you guys to be able to ask as much as you wanted, and be able to budget for that. Asia, the first card in the past life deck. Look at that. It says Asia upside down, Asia. Egypt upside down. Oh, spirituality and religion upside down. Are all these upside down? No, they're not all upside down. They're all coming up. and health. Okay. And then let's pull 2 from the past life deck real quick for you, Asia. Expressing yourself. Okay. And then it says ebb and flow. Oh, that's both about expressing yourself and health. Okay. Clearing core wounds. Okay. So this is great. So Asia, so the message is going to be a little bit layered. So a couple things I'm hearing in terms of your twin flame journey or finding that healthy soulmate. So Asia, the first thing they're saying is self-love. You have to take this next couple of years as a journey of self-love, Asia, because there is a lack of self-love. There's a lack of I don't want to say self-confidence, but self-power. And I don't know if you had a health issues as a child or health issues in the past that maybe you're having some issues now that are making you feel less than confident or not in your power, not healed, not healthy, not strong. But if so, that's a block and that's something you need to address, because that is sort of kind of messing up your health, your like love life. The other thing I'm getting to is that there's some clearing and healing that can be done in these 2 parts of the world, Egypt and in Asia. This is the Buddhist, this is the Thai Buddha. So I'm going to say even Thailand. And I feel like, Asia, you've gotten this message from me similar before. But these parts of the world is where a lot of healing will take place for you in terms of being able to find that soulmate. There's some energy there when you go back to these places. So go and visit these places and stay very open to love. Stay very open to dating. And what I see is that you have some past life lovers. Asia Z, this is Asia neighbors. You have past life lovers in these areas that you have to go deal and clear karma with. So please get yourself this. I'm going to say Thailand and Egypt. Get yourself to these places over the next 3 years. And you have to do that. There's also some things around spirituality and religion and you holding a space and being more going with the ebb and flow of your soul and expressing yourself. And that to me represents that the self-love aspect. Okay. But when you go to these places, there's also some things around how you may have been persecuted in these parts of the world, or the lover that you were with was persecuted in these parts of the world through spirituality and religion. There might have been some persecution that needs to be cleared up. That's going to help open up the doors for your person, as well as going with the ebb and flow and expressing, staying true to yourself. Once you've done a lot more healing, Asia, you start to get really into yourself, you're going to learn to go into the ebb and the flow. Okay. Now, in terms of a person coming towards you, so you're going to have a karmic soulmate in the next 2 years, Asia, and it's going to be pretty rough. This person is probably, I feel like they're somehow connected to Asia or Egypt. You either meet them over there or they're from there or something about there. I definitely know that you will be relocating overseas in the next 2 to 5 years unless you just make a drastic change. But I am getting that karmic soulmate is whatever you haven't healed. If you're not standing in your power, that karmic soulmate, baby, when that situation is done, you're gonna be like, I'm a different person and I have learned. My eyes are open, my heart is open, my boundaries are up wide and strong, and I have learned about what I need to learn about. So you have a karmic soulmate coming in the next 2 years or so, maximum 5 or probably the next 2. And what I'll just say is try not to have a child, but if you do, that's part of the package, I guess. Okay, so after you meet this person, it looks like you meet them in the next 2 years. You date them on and off for 2 or 3 years. I would not let it go past 3 years, my darling. You need to learn the lessons the whole time you're dealing with that person. Every time y'all get into it, you feel like you're having a heartbreak moment. You need to ask yourself, what did I learn here? What did I learn here about myself? Where do I need to grow? Where have I grown? And then it seems like when you're done with that, which I said I wouldn't let it go on more than 3 years, then you meet a healthy twin flame. Because by that time, Asia, you are in wonderful flow with yourself. Even if you're a mom, it feels like you do have a business of some sort, and your self-love is so high and your vibration is so high, and it does look like you move into like your spiritual gifts. Let's pull another card, Asia, for the Ascension deck. Nurture your inner child. What did I just say, Asia? This is about healing core wounds. This is about self-love and self-love developing. I had to do that. I have had to work very hard on my self-love. I had a lot of self-love, but that was self-love I didn't realize when I didn't remember trauma. So it's one thing, like once you remember that trauma, it's a whole nother process. So they really do. Spirit is saying your inner child, nurture your inner child, healing your shadow wounds, because you are your best twin flame. But I want to see, when is this twin flame coming? If the twin flame is coming after the karmic soulmate, from what I'm getting. And look at it, says take responsibility. So one of the lessons that you're going to learn in that karmic soulmate situation is how to take responsibility, because it seems like you may have an issue. This is in the reverse, Asia. This is in the reverse. So it's telling me that you may have an issue taking responsibility for the part you play in any situations that are happening in your life, good and bad. Sometimes people will go, oh, God did it, like when something great is happening. And then when something bad is happening, it's the devil did it. It's like, well, honey, when do you ever do it? When are you ever great that you did it? And when are you ever an ass when you did it? Like, you know what I mean? Don't just be dumping shit on like these people, the person is in San Antonio, Texas. Okay, maybe he's in San Antonio. Somehow I'm seeing something connected with these two parts of the world. So get there anyway. If he's not in there on this part of the world, these parts of the world are part of your healing, okay? Part of your healing. Maybe he's from San Antonio. You're probably you in the next 2 years you are going to run up against a few people, but there's one person in particular, and you'll know once you're involved with that person. You might even forget this. It might be like, oh my God, this is the karmic soulmate, because it's so intense, and it's like it's so intense in every way and every level. Let's see what else they want to say about this twin flame. Time to forgive. So once you're done with this karmic soulmate, which is going to happen, Asia, wherever you meet this person in the world, doesn't matter, you'll know, and there might be a pregnancy, a child, you're going to learn about forgiveness, about forgiving yourself, forgiving anyone who has trespassed against you, forgiving them. You're going to learn about forgiveness. As you heal, you're going to learn about forgiveness. Time to forgive. This is a message for me as well. Okay, and let's pull one more. I just want to see if there's anything coming in. Anything she needs to know about the twin flame themselves. All I keep getting is that once you've done more alignment, you got into your power and you've gotten into self-love, Asia, that's when that person presents. That's what they're saying, Asia, is you cannot hold on too long to the karmic soulmate, even if you have a child with this person, because it's going to get to a point where it's pretty fucking toxic, Asia, and you're going to still want to have excuses to hold on. And the longer you hold on, that's just less self-love that you're giving yourself. The more you're able to move on and say, okay. And they're saying, Asia, when you meet this person, it's very important that you keep your own financial independence, whatever that looks like, okay? Whatever that looks like for you, Asia, you keep your own independence, okay? I got Okemia, I got Nat F, Nat T, with spirit message, and then I got MB, who wants to know love blocks. Okay, that's great. All right, so that was for Asia. Asia, let's see, just one more. I want to put one more twin flame. Yes, there it is, Asia. Okay, Erica pays spirit message. There it is, Asia. Look at that. Okay, that twin flame, that's the best type of twin flame you can have, the higher consciousness awareness. So once you meet this twin flame, yeah, it's surrounding your gifts, but it's also surrounding your childhood wounds and shadow work, Asia. This is more focused on going back and healing that inner child, healing shadow wounds, healing self-confidence, self-power, lack of boundaries, Asia. Don't just make it about your gifts. This really isn't about that as much. Okay. Yes, Natalie, I got you for love blocks, my darling. Okay. So Asia, this is the twin flame reading is more extensive, guys. That's what's to hold on for a minute. Higher consciousness awareness, Asia, you can reach your highest point of ascension in this lifetime. You won't have to repeat a cycle here on earth. This is amazing. I really hope you reach this in this lifetime. Okay. All right. So next up, I have Nat Finn with love blocks, and I have Nat T, who wants a spirit message about her blocks. Okemia wants a spirit message about her blocks, and then I've got MB, who wants a love block reading. Okay. Let me just move the energy around a little bit, drink a little bit. Okay, Asia, listen to this message several times. I think I started with you, Asia. Start at the 40-minute mark. It was somewhere around there. Okay, the replay will be up as soon as I finish. I'm going to do another twin flame readings, guys. Probably I'll recycle the readings. I just don't know when, but I will recycle them. So if you missed one, I just want to do that for her because she was trying to do it last week and she couldn't do it. So, and Asia supports me a lot. She's here every week. Okay, Natalie Finn, let's go for your love blocks. Let's see what Spirit wants to know. Okay, Erica Pulley. Erica wants a spirit message about her blocks. Erica, spirit. Okay. So I've got Nat Finn next for love blocks. Nat T, spirit message about blocks. Okemia, spirit message about blocks. MB, love blocks. And Erica P, spirit message about blocks. Okay. Let's get into it. All right. Okay. Natalie Finn. What do they want to know about? What does she have around her love blocks? Okay, Natalie. So a few things have come in, and guys, please, I do encourage you to watch the replay because it's a lot. Natalie, I'm hearing self-esteem, self-confidence, self-power. Very much, there was a chunk of that taken away from you. This is for Natalie Finn. In terms of your love blocks, it feels like it's to do with either a heartbreak that you dealt with younger, maybe in your teen years, maybe in your 20s, so romantic heartbreak, but it also feels like something to do with your dad or whoever the father figure was in your life. Okay. I'm not going to put your business on blast. It's not right. But if this resonates for you, Natalie Finn, you've got to go back in time and heal whatever heartbreak that these two masculines in your life, if you date men, I'm assuming you do, forgive me if not, but who the person is coming in as masculine energy, the heartbreak from that and that father figure, it could have been, abuse, it could have been displacement, death, abandonment, whatever it is, but there's so much heartbreak that it's like, your heart is big, Natalie. Like, you know how to love others, but those wounds are like causing like a gaping energy in your love blocks, in your love energy. And so what I see is that you may be like either run really hot or really cold, over giving or under giving when it comes to romantic partnerships, maybe even, dynamics with your family, where it's like you're sensitive to criticism. You're sensitive to the idea of being abandoned. You're sensitive. And when I say sensitive, I mean maybe overly sensitive to people kind of maybe wounding you in the heart space. So like, let's say, you go all out for a bestie's birthday party, but then for your birthday party, they go for like one balloon and like, some cheap little 99-cent burger. And you're like, wow, I went and did all this for you. And I always do all this for you. And you can barely return that favor, that energy. And that is just a wild example, right? But what I'm saying is that there's like this feast or famine in your love that you receive and that you give out. There's a heavy imbalance, and that imbalance, because remember with these blocks, it's not enough for me to be like, yeah, you've got a love block. I'm trying to figure out what it is, where it's coming from, and how you can start to resolve it. I'm not a therapist or a doctor, but I try to help. It's coming from those masculine wounding situations that you had. Okay. She said, I swear I did. Oh, okay. Okay, Natalie, I feel you. I saying you love mama, because that's hard, but that you got to pour back into self. I'm asking spirit what you can do. So with the person that you dated romantically, that's over. You need to heal your attachment style, the attachment style. This is the book. I don't have the full title, but it's by Amir Levine. You need to heal your attachment style. That's going to help you a lot. Natalie Finn, that's going to help you a lot in terms of healing that. But also talking about, I'm talking about healed. Oh, well, so that's the thing, Natalie. That's why I said you have a lot of love and space to give, but look, healing is a lifetime fucking thing. Let's be honest, because a lot of times, especially now, we all talk about, millennials and Gen X breaking generational curses. Well, baby, we talking about thousands of years. But Natalie, this is more about like, I don't know. It seems like it's just deeper. It's like, so Natalie, talk to me a little bit. Do you find that there's this over lover, under lover situation happening where it's feast or famine, where you feel like, you're always giving more, or you pull back so tightly, or you're sensitive around rejection or abandonment, overly sensitive, or, you know what I mean? Talk to me a little bit about you. That's the only thing I miss sometimes with phone calls, because it's like I can just get in it real quick. So if any of that resonates, Natalie, even if it's just a little bit, there's more to do. And I would say learn your attachment style, learn about how you show up in romantic partnerships. And if you're already married and you're in a healthy relationship, that's great. And if it's friendships, and if it's not, any of this doesn't resonate, then that's okay too. You can say, Zaya, this really doesn't. Oh, I had one heartbreak in my 20s. Yeah. It just created a block. It's like after that, yeah, it's in your 20s. Yeah. After that, Natalie, you never it's like you just never loved the same again. And it kind of messed with your self-esteem, self-confidence, your self-power. So it like threw you off. And even though you've worked really hard and you do a whole lot, and you're not, completely out of balance, but it's like, where are these blocks? And the blocks can be so insidious. Mercedes, come on in. The blocks can be so small, but they can really play a part. So Natalie, read that attachment book, okay? And listen to some heart chakra. Okay. You read that book too. Okay. Did you work on it? How do you feel? Hot chakra meditations on YouTube. And it might be something where you just have to have therapy. But Natalie, if you feel like you're good, but if you felt like you were good, you wouldn't ask about the love blocks. Okay, money blocks. Okay. Mercedes, I got you money blocks. Okay, so Natalie, take some of the resources I said. You may just have to go back and do therapy. The other thing too, Natalie, you can do hypnotherapy. This is going to be your journey to kind of figure out how to sort of heal that. Yes. Okay, so that's going to take some time. All right, so I'm going to go into Nat T. Nat T wants a spirit message about her blocks. So I have Nat T, Okemia, MB, Erica, and then Mercedes. That's excellent, Natalie. Give it time. Also, we change a lot. Like I remember, like 1,000 years ago, there were two different men I really wanted to be with. I think I just wanted to be married, and one I really liked, but like I hadn't even awakened to my spiritual gifts at that time. Like they were with me as a child, but I hadn't awakened to them again. And yes, Mercedes, I got you, babe. And then I can't even think about being with either one of those men with the way that I am now. So we never know how much we're going to change and shift. And we may think we want something or someone or a career, and then we change completely. Like, I used to work in entertainment. I look at my friends who still do, and I just feel like I'm on a different planet compared to them. Like there's just things I just, and by the way, I want to shout out Malcolm Jamal Warner. I had the opportunity to interview him years ago for my own web series called The Endless. If you go to Nas Ramos on YouTube, my clip of him is not on there. I got to ask Jonathan for it. He was so dope and so grounded, so cool. I forgot what he was promoting at the time, but at the time, it was some Broadway actress. Robin Gibbons was playing Roxy on Broadway. He is so amazing. And he came to me too. He came to me, I'm a medium, and he was like, hey, I remember your show. Your show was really good. I was sad when you stopped it. And he was like, you're a star. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. I feel like I lost my own brother. So shout out and blessings to him and his family, his mom and his daughter and his current wife, Okay, so let's get into Nat T, spirit message around blocks. Natalie T. Spirit said your heart's too big. Natalie T. Now I don't know if this is a block. Asia, I see you sent some more money in. Thank you. I got you, Asia. Natalie T. They say your heart's too big. You're too soft. So Natalie T. It's like you. What I get from that is your block or lack thereof, or a lack of harder boundaries. Natalie T. Like you've got to have, and also they're saying, Natalie T, that you need to say no faster when you feel the no. This is for Natalie T. You're not saying no faster when you feel the no. Because you don't want to let people down, but also, Natalie T, you're a little bit of a people pleaser. So that is causing you, like, not necessarily the worst situations in life, but when it comes to your romantic life, Natalie T, it's causing you not to get what you want out of love. Like you might meet good men or a decent, whatever, but there's always something with that guy. He's always got a baggage or a problem or something where that kind of becomes your problem or your baggage or your burden to bear when it's not. So Natalie T, they're saying your block is your heart's too big, your discernment, you don't listen when you get the word or message from God, and you have your boundaries are weak and the people pleasing. Okay, and that can all be shifted. Get your attachment style, get the attachment style book, but just start saying no when you feel like saying no, and trust that more and better will be on the way. That's for Nat T. As for Nat T, to trust that more and better will be on the way. I know it's hard. I've had to say no on things, and you pray like something else is going to come along, whether it's, I had to say no to, like, I had to hang up my reading business in terms of phone readings. That was a lot of money, but it wasn't working for my health. And so that's what it was. Okay. Okay, Age, I see you. Okay, so let's go into Okemia wants to have a spirit message about blocks from, okay, so, I forgot I put magnesium oil. So Okemia, the spirit message they want to take me to around blocks is around your love life now. Your love life and your, the health, right? The kind of the health, the physique. So, Alchemia, they want you to know when it comes to love and loving yourself and your aesthetic and getting in shape. Alchemia has been a client of mine for a very long time, so I can speak a little bit more sensitive with sensitive subjects with her. Is that you have a lot of deep subconscious programming placed upon you before you could even speak. I don't know if you had the nickname, like, sometimes we give people nicknames, they're just not good, like gordita, which means fat in Spanish, or chunks, or chubby. Like, people give kids all kind of names, and it's like you're just giving this person a fucking complex. Stop naming your kids fat names. Just stop. Just, if they thick, they thick. Just don't, you don't need to highlight that. You could just say star, golden child, beautiful one. Call them their fucking name, all right? But stop this. And so what I'm just seeing, Okimi, there's just been a lot of subconscious programming where your value of self and looks and love and what you deserve has been manipulated and kind of twisted, not necessarily with meanness, but just from very early on, Okemia. And this is a block. This is a block in your love life, because it's a block in how you treat yourself, how you show up for yourself, and how you take care of yourself. So what you have, Spirit is saying, Leukemia, you have a self-care block. You have a belief in your ability to receive and attract what you want from a romantic partner. I would say for you, Leukemia, that you love Leukemia is laughing. Yeah, she's laughing. We've known each other. She's been one of my first early. I think she was in my first 200 clients. I've been doing this now 11 years, 15, how long I've been doing 15, whatever. Anyway, 11 years. So, Okemia, this is the year for wellness and putting yourself first. Boomer parents. Yeah, boomer parents are rough. I know it. I see them in there. Like anybody that's under 55 needs to, we need to be, we are learning as a collective to speak better about our loved ones. Okay. Please don't be naming these kids all kind of fat and this, that. And I mean, anyway, so we have to shift how we say things. So Kenya, that is in your programming, where it's like, I'm also seeing, Kenya, that maybe you were raised by people who just ate for celebrating of anything, or celebrating sadness, or it was like, especially in America, and we just eat all. If you ever go on a real diet, like when I was on that detox, that 12-week detox that ended in a 7-day water fast, guys, I had to go all the way to Mexico, because if I stayed in America, I wasn't gonna make it, because we just use eating for everything, good and bad. And so there's just habits you have there. So dietary coach would go a long way for you, Okemia, at this time, but also learning some self-love and self-care, really getting into your wellness and self-care, really getting into your herbal medicines, really getting into maybe hiring like a flexibility coach. And then also with the work, not taking on so many shifts. Southern folks. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I had a neighbor I love. We used to call Mr. Fat. What? Why would y'all do that? But you want to, so start working on that. That's the message from Spirit. Okay, so I won't take it. I won't run you down any further than that. Let's go to MB where her love blocks. Give me a second. Hi, IG. I gotta put some plants up. This is apple and cucumber. It has really kept my thyroid in check. Cucumber is very good for your TSH levels, which is the thyroid hormones. And when I do these readings, for whatever reasons, because it's coming from the pituitary gland, it disrupts my hormones. Okay, thank you, Mercedes. Everybody, 802 take that down. Thank you. Yeah, I'm always looking for, I love detoxing now. Y'all see I be juicing and stuff. But for June, I went crazy eating pizza, New York style city pizza. This place got that, and fried chicken, yeah, and Chinese food. I lost my mind, but it was okay. I needed it. But in May, I did another detox. So I was like, okay, that balances. So we are going into MB Love Blocks. I'm clearing energy, MB. Give me a second. MB, are you here, my darling? Are you here? Again, if anybody finds that they're having any money blocks, which ironically I'm not really seeing here tonight, normally that's like the main thing, then you should definitely pick up my Money Magic course. Oh yeah, I like Dr. Bobby Price. He's a good cat. I like Dr. Bobby. I do. All right. MB, are you here? Let me just see if you're here. Hey, Cuzzo. Again, if you're on Instagram, come over to YouTube and come find out what life blocks you have. It's $25 per area of life. Come on over to YouTube, okay? Oh, YouTube. Asia, drop your question again. Drop your question again, Asia, on YouTube. Okay, so I'm just gonna do MB. MB, your love block is you don't believe you can find what you want. Your love block is that woman that you've been dating on and off who I told you it does a bunch of shenanigans in the back. I don't want to like blow up your spot. That yes, okay, so this is good. MB, I'm talking to you. So your love block is you don't believe you can get what you want. Your love block is the woman that you've been dating on and off is doing a bunch of shenanigans to kind of keep you binded to her. We talked about that. If you need help releasing any bindings, check out 3 Hoodoo. Okay. Okay. So that's it. And also, MB, there's also a part of you that's just like, it's hard. You feel, I think you're like shy, but there's something about you that's really, it's really hard for you to put yourself out there romantically. And let me tell you something, Monique, you are such an attractive person. Like your whole energy, your skin, your face, the men really lost out. Okay. She's so pretty. And so MB, she dates women. And so it's like something about you being shy. It's hard for you to put yourself out there, but you need to put yourself out there. Like get on the apps for real, like not just one time, like make it part of your work life where you go check your apps twice a day, the dating apps, and put yourself out there. You're not putting yourself out there enough. Okay, so MB, you're not putting yourself out there enough. You have that binding on you. So to release bindings, check out 3 Hoodoo Sisters. You need to release that binding with that woman. And also, MB, you're just kind of like not, you for some reason, you don't seem to have the full self-confidence you need to have to go out there and date properly. But it's just in your mind, MB. And I think if you get on the apps and you just put yourself out there and start dating in earnest and being very clear about what you're willing to receive and give in romance, you'll find that you have a new person. However, MB, if you're still connecting with the woman from the past, she's keeping those binds on you alive. So that's text messages, little Facebook thingies, sending little jokes. If she's the person that you call when you're having a rough day, email, all these ways that we try to stay in touch with people in the past. Let me tell you something. I cut mugs off. Especially in the 3D. Astral realm can be harder. In the emotional body can be harder. But if we cut all types of communication with these people and block them on all platforms, I like social media because social media allows me to make money. As someone who studies energy, I hate social media because it keeps us entangled in old timelines that are blocking us from moving to new timelines, new chapters in our fucking life. That's why I was like, don't send me a whole bunch of blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't want to be doing too much on social, especially because I work on social. So what I'm saying to you, MB, is you need to cut all communications with homie from the past. She's got to go. And Mercedes, you know what I'm talking about because you deal with energy. She's got to go. She's your love block, and the fact that you're not putting yourself out there. Okay, so MB, go back and listen to that a few times. I'm going over to Erica. Then I got Mercedes. Then I got Asia, and I think Natalie Finn. Did you just pay for a second one? Natalie Finn, did you just play for a second one? Yeah, Mercedes, you know what I'm talking about. People don't know when you start really working in energy and you see and you start learning about timelines and alignment and entanglement, you be like, oh shit. One second, yo. Okay. Hey, Nikki DTV. Is that you, cousin? Okay, Erica wants a spirit message about what block she may be having. Okay, this is for Erica P. So what blocks are they bringing me to your love life, Erica P? So there's a few things coming up for you, Erica P. I hope you're still here. Let me know you're still here. If not, it's the 111 mark. That's good. So there's a few things coming up for from Spirit about your block, and it's focusing on your love life. So Erica, you have a block from your ex that you were with for a really long time, and you guys broke up during the pandemic. That really broke your heart. You know what I mean? You had to do what you had to do, but it's still like a lot of lingering shadow and pain there. And what I'm seeing is you're here. Okay, good, Erica, is that you're comparing subconsciously deep in the back of your head, deep. You're comparing every new man that you meet to him and to the relationship and the love you shared and how he made you feel. You got to stop it. And if this resonates even a tiny bit, then I'm on the money with that. Okay. The other thing is too, is that you're supposed to move more into your spiritual gifts. I don't see you out here being no tarot reader and a root worker, but I do see where you have to, because one thing that with that relationship is you couldn't really expand your spiritual gifts because it wasn't something he was comfortable with. So it's like spirit, your ancestors want you to walk into this purpose of honoring them, working with spirit, having your meditation, learning your rituals, working with the herbs, the plants, getting a little bit more into your black girl hippie essence. Because the person you're supposed to be with will be in that space, will be in that world. It might be a professional in that world. So it's like everybody that you're kind of meeting now is just kind of like in the in-between time. Because we are in the age of Aquarius, and certain people are supposed to get together, certain twin flames and soulmates who are vibrating at a higher consciousness are supposed to be getting together during these next 10 to 20 years. Maybe starting families that could be, animal families, pets, or it could be children's, or it could be communities. So Erica, you're in that. So you have a love block because you still are comparing to this person in the past. You may want to I'm trying to think, how can you release that? Really get the attachment style book. Oh, your angels are saying, Erica, your ancestors are like, listen, you need to step into your spiritual gifts. You need to be practicing consistently. You need to be opening your third eye. Your ancestors really want to talk to you. You need to dig into the folks from Louisiana and see what they practice and bring those practices back to life, Erica. And until you do right by your ancestors, oh my God, I just channeled somebody. That was crazy. Until I channeled somebody. Oh my God, you have a granny that's like, what they call them down there in Louisiana? Like she real bright skin, like damn near white, right? Until you do right by she definitely passed. She was passive for a while. Until you do right by them, it's gonna be hard for you to get some love, real sustainable love, okay? So that's your message. Okay, moving on. Mercedes wants to know money blocks. And I want to thank you all who are coming through and spending some time with me and some coin with me in spirit. Let's see. Okay, I'll be right back. That was funny when them spirits be taking over. I'm like, oh no. People like, you got 78 personalities. No, I'm just a medium. I am a medium. No, yep, it's never too late to pay. Okay, Mercedes, you got it. Nope, Tiff, come on in. You can pay here. Yeah, I'm hanging out. My energy isn't really. I actually got here early. I was like, look at me early. Makeup on. Okay, so let's get into it for Mercedes money block. Okay. Okay, Mercedes, we going a little bit deep on this one. Okay, if you are on Instagram, come to YouTube Psychic Zai so you can get your reading. Come on over. Mercedes, we're gonna go deep on this one, baby, because this is okay, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, Mercedes. So Mercedes, since I have time, I want to ask you, Mercedes, what percentage of you from 1% to 100%, deep is me. Good. Okay. What percentage of you, Mercedes, from 1% to 100% hates money? Do not think about it. I want you to tell me the thing that comes right off your head. Again, what percentage of you from 1% to 100% hates money? Mercedes, I'm going to ask you again. What percentage of you from 1 to 100% hates money? Okay, Mercedes. Mercedes, I got 80%. And the reason why I asked you that question, because when I took that rapid rewiring method course that I want you to do, I was shocked to hear 80%, because I'd be like, I love money. Money loves me. I love money. That's my mantra. I love money. Money loves me. I love money. And then, so I was like 80%. And so it took me a full year to realize that it wasn't that I really hated money, is that as a child, I saw a lot of people turning their head and being paid off while I was dealing with abuse instead of coming to help me as a child. So I hated what money could make people do when it came to my suffering or anyone's suffering. Because I was like, what the hell? Because, I've been a business owner, whatever. So I say all that, I'm sharing that, Mercedes, because there's some deep programming that is anti-money with you, Mercedes. There is some deep programming, deep. I don't know if it's religious. I don't know if you grew up around wealthy people who use their money in the wrong way. I don't know. Okay, Natalie, I see you. And Tiffany, I see you. But there is some deep, deep programming where you reject money on such a deep level, Mercedes, that even though you see some of it at the top, you don't see all of it. And so I'm going to talk about some of the things that Spirit is showing me for you, Mercedes, which is like, kind of what I talked about in some of the videos I did. Like you said, that money video kind of resonated with you. Like, it's like, I see you get a chunk of money. Okay, so you weren't aware of how they were using it, Mercedes. There were some things you saw that you maybe didn't want to necessarily see, or some actions you took on. So you grew up with people with lots of money. Was these people in your family? Was it like, neighbors, friends? Okay. But what I'm just seeing is there's just a deep rejection of money. And it could even be ancestral, cellular, but that's the money block. Like, you're gonna have to go deep and see what your true relationship and nature is with money. So some of the ways that it may show up for you is that you may be able to amass quite a bit of money, but then you spend it out really quickly. Even though you may be able to amass about a bunch of money, but then there's always something pulling at your money. You may find that there's a part of you that maybe, okay, Tiff, got you, that maybe you kind of, you maybe look at rich people a certain way. Like, there's this whole anti-billionaire movement. Listen, I love money. I'm not gonna never be anti-billionaire. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Now, they're trafficking children. Yes, we have a problem. I don't feel like everybody with money has done a bunch of dirty shit. I just don't. And so with Mercedes, there's some serious rejection of money deep inside that has to be gotten to the bottom of. If you DM me, I'll tell you the woman I worked with. I can't think of her name right now. Actually, yes, Raina Campbell. Raina Campbell can help you move through, clear those money blocks, right? Okay, so you hoard the money. So that's another block, that feast or famine. That feast or famine, if you hoard the money, that's also like a money block, right? But if you hoard the money and then you still don't get the things you want in life, or somehow it's still spent out, there's just an unbalance there. So that's what I see. But it's somehow this, I keep hearing this rejection of money at a very deep level that may be very, like, I don't know. The other thing I'm seeing too, Mercedes, is that someone, and it may not be you, maybe your family, but there's someone that has put like a spell on the family or on you around money, or there's something around, maybe a grandparent, that there was a spell put on them and money, and it's kind of coming to you, right? It's kind of like glazing over the family, where there's just always this weirdness with money. There's just this weirdness, I'm going to say. So there's some of that. Money rituals will help you release that. But also Reiki healing. I would work with Simone Kelly. Own Your Power, to release that, to help you heal that energetically. I'd work with that. Okay, Kia. Zakia, can you hand Kia the link, the direct PayPal link to pay? Can you send it to her? For some reason, she says, or Kia, just go to askzaya.com. Okay, so that was for Mercedes. We're going to go to Asia. And then somebody else said they just paid. Tiffany wants a spirit message. Okay, Asia, let's see what you said here. If I haven't answered your question yet, I'm doing Asia, then Natalie Finn, then Tiffany. Then please drop your okay. Okay, so Asia, that's your question. Okay. Okay, got it. I see Asia. Thank you again. So Asia wants to know with the money reading. I know I can make money with gifts. I really don't feel called to do tarot cards at all. So it's making me feel stuck. I want to make money and move quickly and quit my job and have not to live. So then Asia, that's fine. You don't have to do that. You know what I mean? It's when I talk about expanding your consciousness, it's not always about like becoming a professional reader. It's really about opening your third eye, working on your soul, starting to connect with the spirit world, learning to hone your intuition. Rhonda, come on in. Okay, so that's what it was about. Okay, quickly, and not have to leave my parents. So Asia, what you may want to do, I saw you said something about AI. There are AI certifications you can take up. I forgot this girl's name. I can't think of her name. If you DM me on IG, I'll give you the AI certification. Right now, anything that you touch in AI, if you get a certification of some sort in AI, Alicia Little, she's teaching people. It's not a cheap program, but she has other ones. Teaches AI. As that's what's going to get you some money and get you out the house. I mean, people are getting paid, $500 to $1,000 an hour just to lead workshops. Cryptocurrencies. Let me ask some cryptocurrencies for you. Up and down, Asia. Up and down, up and down. Like if you're talking about moving out of your parents' house, changing your life quickly, cryptocurrencies, trading, buying and selling, depends on how much money you need. I don't see that being quick, and I see it being up and down. I see it being up and down. The thing I see where you can make some money really quickly is train, become an AI consultant, start leading workshops, or go to work for a company. Okay. That's what I see. Okay. I'm moving over to Natalie Finn's second question. Asia, other card. Yes, you can just use yourself. I mean, I don't use any cards. You're going to have to open up your gifts fully. You don't have to use cards. You can use bones. You can use runes. You can use crystals. You can use a pendulum. Okay. All right, Mama, I got to move on. All right. So Natalie, let's go. Okay. Bless my aunt, my mom's energy is always off. Okay, Natalie, I'm going to assume. Okay, Natalie. So what I'm getting, Natalie says the energy is always off connecting with her mom, the aunts on your mom's side. So Natalie, part of it is something, their relationship with your mom and maybe even your father, something is weird there. I don't know if they don't like them, or I'm hearing that maybe someone stole someone's boyfriend or a man, or there might have been a thing where your dad maybe was dating more than one of them and then they figured it out. But it's something to do with them, not you. But because you are the child of the parents, it kind of goes over to you. Also, Natalie, it just feels like in general, you're just not their type of person. I don't know if they're into, let's say they're into baking lemon cakes and you only like to bake lavender cakes. But it just seems like Natalie Finn, you're just not their type of person. And so fucking what? I've cut off all the so-called people I'm related to. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's the thing what I'm saying, Natalie. Like, when you fill up your own heart with that self-love, you don't try to like connect with people who are not trying to connect with you, because you are making an effort. And this is for Natalie Finn, but they don't like you. And I think they don't like one or two of your parents. So they can kiss your ass. Go adopt some aunts. There's plenty of wonderful, wise women out here that want younger people in their lives to pour into and love on. Yeah, ex-cousins, ex-auntie, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, the whole lot of them can go to hell on both sides. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta like, and when people like, there's people like my cousins on here, Nikki D. Nikki and she came out to LA. She was like, I gotta see you, cuz. I was like, yeah, let's meet up. People who want to rock with you are going to rock with you. They're going to make an effort to connect back. When they see you making an effort, they're going to make an effort. If they don't like you. Don't force it. Okay. They don't, it's not really you though. It's like, you're not really their person, but it's something with your mother. Okay. I'm going on to Tiffany out of South Carolina. She wants a spirit message around blocks. She wants a spirit message around blocks. So Tiffany, this is a little bit of a different message. Spirit wants you to turn all your pain into purpose and power and become like a public speaker. Like you have the ability, Tiffany, to become like a Les Brown, like a very prolific, huge, wide sweeping change agent through public speaking, writing, and so forth. Tiffany, like taking, even the situation that you're in now, talking about working through postpartum with a newborn, abandonment with this gentleman, stuff that happened to you as a child. And this is something that you're writing about anyway. So they say you're on the right track, Tiffany. You're on the right track. Don't sit in victimhood, because that creates a block. When you sit in like a victimhood, a sad, a woe is me energy, that creates a block here. Oh, I'm not here. I'm sorry, Tiffany. That creates a block. And the block becomes something that where you just get stuck because you're running a certain storyline in your head. So the key for you, Tiffany, is to not get stuck in your head and in your emotions when you're feeling like things like woe is me and I've been done so wrong. Is to say, you know what, how can I take these parts of my life and teach others how to move forward and move through it and heal. You're supposed to be a healer through the word, books, conferences, trips, retreats. And Tiffany, this isn't something that just happens over the next like 2 years. Like this is something that we're talking about like maybe 5 to 10 years. But it starts with you giving yourself the tools to lift yourself back up when you need to, when you've gone through things. Otherwise, the more you sit in victimhood, or the more you keep going back to the past, or the more that you keep trying to get someone else to behave the way you want them to, or you make bad choices from your wounds, you're going to get blocked and stuck like a cement, where it just becomes like a cement, like you're just cemented, where you just can't move. So right now, it's really important for you, Tiffany, to practice getting out of victimhood. Okay, Kia, I got you, my darling. Tell me what block you want. Money blocks. Okay, Kia wants money blocks. Okay, Tiffany, everybody, I want you to definitely come back and listen to this reading. How long have I been on? So I'm gonna drain myself. I get excited, but then I get drained. Okay. That's excellent, Tiffany. So everything you're dealing with is going to build you to be really famous in this space. You're going to do really well. Okay, Rhonda, I got you on here, my darling. What did you want? What block did you want me to look at for you, Rhonda? Okay, I'm going to go to Kia, and then I'm going to come back to Rhonda once she comes online. And then I'm going to have to probably jump off. Okay. Chavanese, you can ask about a particular area of your life that you feel blocked in, or you can say a spirit message around any block. Okay. And it's anxiety. I'm gonna stay on here another like 5 minutes and I'm gonna go because I don't want. I know this area when I feel like this is like, but then it's like tomorrow I'll be like, I'm so tired. Why you stay on there all day? Blah blah blah. Okay, so Paige. So this I'm gonna go to Kia. Rhonda, I'm waiting for you to drop your Chamonix. Are you Rhonda? Chamonix, you can You're welcome, Asia. Asia, it's okay. You'll figure it out. But please listen to these messages a few times and let it get in your head. Asia, really quickly, I just want to help you because I know where you're at. You could also just go overseas and teach English. And, you know, like if you don't have a degree, Cambodia, if you have a degree, China, Dubai, Vietnam, you can go teach English. Okay, Shabanice Shav, are you also Rhonda? Tell me your name. Shabanice, are you Rhonda? Okay. But that's Asia. If you want to get out the house, because in Korea, South Korea, they give you an apartment for free. So they might pay you like $1,500 to $2,000 a month, depending on the school. I can connect you with some people, Asia, that can help you. And you can go teach out there, have free rent, keep all your money, save your money, and then make plans with your life. Okay. Maybe that's why they showed Asia. That's how you could probably get a job in under 3 months. And there's a lot of Black people in South Korea, especially if you go to Seoul. Seoul is like a dope city. I didn't make it to Seoul when I was out there. Okay, Shabanice is Rhonda. Okay. Alrighty. So Rhonda, spirit message. Okay, let's go to Kia. And then we are... Natalie T, you paid again? I might make Natalie T my last one just because I want to keep this energy up. Okay, so let's see what Kia says. Money blocks. I want extra money. No, you don't need to learn Korean. They want you to speak English and English only, Asia. You don't need to learn Korean. Trust me, you'll be fine. DM me, I'll send you some people that you can contact and I can help you with that, okay? But that might be a way to go. I did it for a while. It was cool. Okay, so let's just get into Kia's money block. Sorry, Kia. Thank you for the patience. Kia, you could run tutoring clinics. You could either tutor adults, you could tutor people, professionals in your space, or you could tutor children. You need to run things where it's like 4 weeks, you make a quick $5,000, you take off a break for 2 months, and you do it again. You could even run those clinics over the summer, over the winter break, anytime the kids are out of school. But that's what I see. Also, Kia, I see where you could be coaching people who want to get into education on the administrative side, who are trying to get in. You can coach college students. You can coach people who are already out of college. But that's why I see extra money. And so you don't have a block. You just need to think about how you can make extra money doing what you do and getting paid extra to do it. But those ideas will work. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to go for Rhonda. Okay, Instagram. I'll see you guys later. Peace. I'm about to wrap up. Okay, let's go for Rhonda, and then I've got Natalie T, and I think that's going to be it for the evening because I'm tired. Okay, Natalie. Okay, so Rhonda, Shabanice, spirit message. What does she need to know about a block? Rhonda, I see love blocks and self-confidence blocks. So Rhonda, you're going to have to do some beauty subliminals. Look for, there's this girl called Magnetize Yourself on YouTube, and she has a subliminals. Listen to beauty. There's some programming you have around your looks or your body or something, Rhonda, that kind of holds up your self-love and your love life, where you maybe, if you're in a happy relationship, then just listen and say, I don't know if this applies to me, but that's okay. If not, if you've been having issues with dating, I'm hearing that it's around self-esteem and self-confidence. So you want to listen to solar plexus chakra meditations on Meditative Mind YouTube channel. And wear yellow crystals. But also you may need to do like some childhood woundings, childhood clearing to help you break through that, Rhonda. And also do like beauty spells, like love, self-glamour for yourself, beauty spells, along with the look up on TikTok and see who's really popular in that, Rhonda, and then do them, because there's some programming that where you just don't feel you measure up in terms of your looks, in terms of your self-confidence, and it feels like it's just hits you took from childhood. It may have been the things that people said, it may have been, you know, bullying, and even if you feel like, well, no, I feel really good about myself, then okay, then maybe I'm just wrong on that. But spirit doesn't miss a beat, and I rarely do either, especially when it's something like that. So that's what it is, and you just need more self-love, Rhonda, more self-love. So listen to heart chakra meditations, more self-love. And part of having really good self-love, guys, which I've learned, is to have really good boundaries. I have learned to have no for breakfast and enjoy it. And even when I thought people were going to be like, oh, she said no, fuck her. Like I had a client email me today, hey, how you doing? How's it going? I hope you're well. The last time I spoke to her, I forgot what she did. Basically, I don't know, she called me or aggravated me online, whatever. And I just went off on, I was like, I'm trying to stop that. And I was like, okay, she ain't gonna talk to me again. She was like, hey, Zai, how you doing? I was like, oh, I was like, oh, she still loves me. And that was good for me to know, because it's like, listen, when you don't tell people 2 or 3 times, you got to put up your fucking boundaries. And if they can rock with it, they rock. If they can't, they can kick rocks. And that's okay. And because I stood in self-love and self-power, and she did that with my first time saying that shit, she's still cool. We still cool. So you've got to learn to have your boundaries, and that self-love has to come up. Okay, Rhonda. So there is that. Also, Rhonda, I'm hearing that you're holding some pain or trauma in the hips. So Rhonda, I want you to check out the Workout Witch. She's here on YouTube. Get her hips program. You got to clear some energy out of your hips, Rhonda. Okay, that was all for Rhonda. Okay. I'm going to go into Natalie Finn. Let's just hold for now, Mama, because my energy is dropping. But that would be a different question, and I'd have to remember what I said. And he's present. Okay. So it could be another father figure, my darling. Just meditate on it for a little bit, okay? Natalie T says, question 2. Any blocks around international for the next 12 to 18 months? So Natalie, when it comes to you directly, you're clear. However, it's funny. I just literally looked at a video late last night where they're talking about, or today, where travel and tourism into America has dropped by like 30%, something crazy. So what I'm seeing, Natalie, is you need to book a couple of flights when you have important trips, like plan on one flight being canceled and you go, okay, I was supposed to fly with this airline. I got a whole different ticket with a whole nother airline, and you can cancel them, because I just see a lot of chaos when you think you're going to land somewhere and it's going to be fine. And then you're finding flights are just canceled the last minute. They're overbooked. You're getting booted. So it's just rough travel that's out of your hands, Natalie. The other thing I'm seeing too is that you need to plan to spend extra time. So like if you have to be somewhere on the 6th, you normally were flying like maybe the night before or that morning. Go a day and a half early. Plan for heavy delays. And I would even make rainy dates for things. So if you know you have events planned out, I'd have date 1 in, like, let's say June, and then say reschedule date for, August 30th, where everything can move forward by 6 months. That's what I see. I'm glad you asked that. That's interesting. Your spirit knows. Yeah, because it's just crazy delays. And if you don't plan like that, you will lose a lot of money. You will lose a lot of money. You'll be very angry, because with the work you do with the events and all this stuff, it's like everything is time sensitive. Everything is time sensitive. Okay. Everything is time. All right, guys, I'm out. I'm tired. It's been an hour 40. I'm trying to I just want to make sure I have energy for my life tomorrow. So thank you, everyone. Asia, really think about that. Send me a DM. Natalie Finn, just meditate on that. And maybe it's not that. Elizabeth Johnson. Lord. Okay. Elizabeth Johnson just paid. Oh no. Let's see if she is here. I might just have to refresh. I'm gonna refund her. All right, guys. Okay, peace. Um,